What's going on, guys? It's Boz here, CrossFit diehard. We're actually not at the gym today. We're here at Daytona 1 by the Speedway, having a cup of coffee. Anyway, today I wanted to talk to you about the 3 pillars that are going to ensure your long-term success in your health and fitness journey. This is coming from someone who has a lot of personal experience with this. I had, for a long time, a lot of short-term success. It wasn't until I got these systems and these habits in place that really helped me long-term with the full package, which is what we're going to talk about today. All right, so what we're not looking for is short-term success. We're looking for long-term success. So obviously the first thing is training, right? The actual exercise, what we do inside the gym or in your garage or whatever it is, that's going to be your first piece or your first pillar. You know, you need to be doing effective workouts, right? You need to be doing a workout that, is going to give you the results you want, right? I do CrossFit. I've done a lot of different styles of training over the years: bodybuilding, powerlifting, CrossFit. Most recently, a hybrid method, kind of combining all of them, right? So using all the good stuff from all the different disciplines, whether it be endurance or, strength or bodybuilding, whatever. That's what CrossFit is. And that's going to be what, the best way, but it's not the only way, right? You could do, just strength training, just Olympic lifting, just endurance, just, whatever it is that you're doing, a blend of yoga and, group HIIT classes, whatever it is, something to, break your muscle down, something to get your heart strong, some kind of exercise. And the minimum you need is 3 days a week, right? 2 days a week, 1 day a week, it's not really going to cut it. It's not going to get you the results you're looking for long term. It's not good for building habits 1 to 2. So when I'm first talking with people, we want people to be in the gym at least 3 days at a bare minimum. And then, if they want to do something else on their own, a day or two, that's fine. If they only work out 3 days a week, that's fine too, as long as they're giving it, a good solid effort on those days that they're in there, right? So ideally 4 or 5 times, you can, work out in the garage, work out at home, a couple extra days, or you can work out there all the time. It really doesn't matter. If you're knowledgeable, if you can push yourself, if you can do all of those things that help you get results, right? So that's pillar number 1, is exercise. Pillar number 2, nutrition. This is the huge one, right? This is the one that's hard for a lot of people. You've probably seen people say the easiest part is the actual hour workout itself. The hardest part is the other 23 hours. Man, personally, I struggle with this for a long time. And if I'm being honest, I still struggle. This weekend wasn't great. If I told you how many donuts, cookies, and pizza I had this weekend, you would probably laugh. But, I'm just being honest here. Nobody's perfect. I'm not either. Lots of donuts, lots of pizza. But guess what? I got back on it yesterday. I'm back on the wagon. I'm back on it today. And this is kind of how I've had long-term success, right? This used to derail me. This used to be a way of life. Now, not so much, right? So the second pillar, like I said, we're talking about is that nutrition. You need to have a plan. You need to have some kind of a loose framework for what you're going to eat throughout the day, right? It doesn't have to be full-on macros. It doesn't have to be weigh and measure everything. It doesn't have to be something super specific, but you need to know about how much protein you're taking in. You need to know that, if you go out and order something, if it's drenched in fat, drenched in, oil, drenched in butter, it's probably going to affect how your body is composed. It's probably going to affect your performance. It's probably going to, derail you a little bit if you don't account for it. You need to have a plan, right? How much, protein do you need? What kind of carbs do you need to sustain life? Are the fats you're consuming healthy or unhealthy? Are you just kind of flying by the seat of your pants, so you're skipping breakfast because intermittent fasting is cool now, right? Are you having, whatever delivered for lunch or whatever restaurant for lunch, and then just kind of piecing something at the house together for dinner, or skipping it all together? What are you doing, that's going to help your nutrition long term, right? Are you starving yourself, under eating, so that you can lose some weight pretty quick for whatever weekend trip or whatever, Vegas pool trip or whatever trip you're going on? And then when you start eating regularly again, you're going to, gain weight again. What are you doing? Are you doing something that is sustainable for longer than a couple weeks? Do you have that framework or that plan? If not, a good general rule is right around, your body weight in grams of protein per day, and then healthy fats and enough carbs to fuel whatever your exercise is. Carbs aren't bad, they don't make you fat. Fuel your exercise with them, that's fine. Keto's a big thing. I'm not really a big fan of it, but if it works for you, it works for you. Have some kind of a plan. That way you know what you're gonna do. You're not just reacting, you're being proactive, right? So the first thing is training 3 to 5 days per week. Exercise, whether it's CrossFit or not, some kind of exercise that gets your heart strong, that gets your muscles strong, keeps you in good shape. 2 is nutrition. Have a plan, meal prep or meal plan. That way you're not constantly ping-ponging and reacting. And then number 3 is accountability. This is probably the most important one. The most, sought after coaches in the world, and whatever they're doing, they also have coaches. They also have mentors. They're part of masterminds. They're part of accountability groups. Why? Because it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter how good you are, how experienced you are. You need a coach and you need accountability, right? Some people are accountable to themselves. That's amazing. That's not me, right? I am for a little while, but then, I'll start having these conversations in my head like, no, it's okay. You can just do this just this one time. You can do that. You can have this, you can have that. It's only, a few days. It doesn't matter. And then before long, when you're not, in that group, you're not in that, iron sharpens iron mentality. When it's just you out there by yourself, you're going to be, most likely going to be struggling to stay consistent, right? So it doesn't matter if you're a member of a CrossFit, a swimming place, a powerlifting gym, a yoga studio. If you don't go, if you never show up, doesn't matter, right? Accountability. It doesn't matter if you've done all the meal prep work, if you've bought all the food, if you buy all these fruits and vegetables and every 2 weeks just throw them away because they go bad because you didn't actually cook the food and actually eat it. Or maybe you cooked. Maybe you did all the meal prep in the world. It's in little neat packages in your refrigerator, and instead of eating it, you skip that meal and then you go out to dinner. And then the next day you skip breakfast, and then you go out to lunch at work, and then you don't feel like eating it again. Like if it goes bad in your fridge, you don't get any bonus points just for making it, right? You actually have to eat it. And then you have to do it over and over and over again. Consistency. Weekly consistency, monthly consistency. That way, when you fall off a little bit, it doesn't really, it's not going to affect you that much. And I did a video last week talking about, do you fall off the wagon or do you purposefully get off the wagon and then get back on it, right? I went to Las Vegas a couple weeks ago. I didn't track anything. I wasn't eating healthy, and that's okay because that was my plan, right? That was my plan. I got right back on it, having, my daily framework of the nutrition that I've laid out, for myself, and back on it like nothing ever happened, okay? And that's totally cool. All right, so the 3-pillar framework. 1, exercise of some kind, 3 to 5 days a week, hopefully more towards the 5. 2, nutrition. Have a plan, be consistent, get enough protein, and eat enough vegetables, fruits, carbs to fuel your exercise, but not enough to gain weight. Have good healthy fats. Number 3 is accountability. If you can't hold yourself accountable, get an accountability partner, get a gym buddy, join a CrossFit gym, join CrossFit Die Hard. If this was helpful to you and you need more help, if you need more help with your nutrition, more help with your training, you don't want to figure it out on your own, you need more help with accountability, go to CrossFitDieHard.com and fill out the contact form, and we can help you out. If you can do it on your own, that's awesome. Shoot us a message, let us know what you're doing that's working. And anyway, yeah, that's all I got for today. I appreciate you taking the time. If you're still watching all the way through this, I know your time is valuable. I appreciate it, and I hope that you found something helpful in this video. And if you need more help, just let me know. We're going to dive more deep into each one of these pillars actually coming up this week. So if you have any questions, be sure to tune back in. See you guys tomorrow.